It is a lovely day, a lovely, windy, dry Sunday here on the bayou. And I want to talk about the chicken tractor today. I haven't had the girls in here but a couple of days, even though I've had the thing finished, or maybe not finished, but inhabitable for a couple of weeks. And that's because first we had some folks come down, we had company for a week. And then, frankly, I didn't want to move them with the possibility of a hurricane. And so I waited till that was over for us. And thank the Lord, Hurricane Ian never came anywhere near us. And I want to take a minute to say, pray for the folks down in South Florida that are dealing with Ian. And if you're of a mind, the two charities that I support that are on the ground right now, one is Samaritan's Purse. And the other, if you're of a mind, I belong to the Florida Baptist Disaster Relief, and they're on the ground right now in Port Charlotte, and they're gearing up to feed 11,000 people a day. And I'm actually a member of that group, and I know that those are some well-trained, mostly retired people that really have a heart for serving folks that are down. So, that being said, I got the girls in here the last couple days, and you'll notice that Mr. Peepers is in there. Well, he's not long, because he's just being a real ass. If you'll notice, one of the girls, and this is my fault, not Mr. Peepers' fault, although he probably is the catalyst. One of the girls is underneath the waterer, and I think that's to get away from Mr. Peepers. But she's only there because I made it possible for her to get under there. I never would have thought she would have done that. Another problem I had is I didn't secure the feeder, and they had it knocked over this morning. So I put this tub over it to protect it from rain. I've got to figure something out there. That's not the final version of that. And that little jerk, he's not long for this world. The other problem I had is last night they did not roost. So I'm going to probably try to fix those roosts up a little bit more for them. But tonight, when it's time to go to bed, I'm going to have to come out here and put them all on their roost to get them used to roosting there. I hope I haven't, I mean, this is an experiment, and it always has been, but I hope that it's not so open that roosting is no longer attractive to them. I just don't know. All right, a little later in the day, and I think we fixed all our problems except for the roosting, and I'm just going to have to handle that this evening. But we got the chicken out of the underneath the waterer, and it was hard to do because which one is she? She's the one here that's been pecked so much by the rooster. She didn't want to come out. Once I got her out, she tried to get right back in, and I think it was just fear of the rooster. But I've boarded it up now so that no one can get under there. And I've also taken care of her problem. You'll notice that Mr. Peepers is no longer here. A kind old man drove up out of the blue and has taken Mr. Peepers off to live on his farm for the rest of his life. And that's just fine by me. So, it's just 3 girls. And they got plenty of room. Now, here's what I've done to fix the feeder. I've kind of blocked it with some wood so that it doesn't really want to go anywhere. And I've also stole this off the old coop. That's something I used to have over the waterer so that they wouldn't try to get on top of it. And I think that'll probably work. It's not pretty, but I think it'll work. Now, let's talk about these nesting boxes. And I left these up here just because I wanted to remember, little giant nesting boxes. Well, they're getting in there. As you can see, there's an egg. But look what they're doing. These things are not deep enough to keep the nesting material from flying out. And I know this is the chickens that are doing that, but that's what chickens do. So the jury is out on this thing. I am glad that they're getting up there on their own. I was concerned I was going to have to build or put a board across for them to kind of jump up. And I still may do that just because I don't want to be running over chickens. I'll probably end up putting a board right across there just to kind of keep them away from the edge when I'm moving this thing. But I'm not real happy with losing so many pine flakes. Not so much the pine flakes are expensive, but remember I move this thing every so often and I just don't really want to leave pine flakes everywhere. So we fixed the problems we've seen so far. I still need to go get the sander or something and kind of smooth that out a little bit to make it a little more palatable for them. Although they stood on 2x4s, unsanded 2x4s in the old coop and didn't seem to have any problem with it, so I don't know. I hope it's not too rickety. It doesn't seem that rickety. We'll see tonight. But anyway, that is an update on the mobile laying chicken tractor. And that'll be it for now. Hey, thanks for watching.